SwoleBenji here. Today we're going to go over how to raid as a rogue. I want to preface this and say I'm no expert in PvE, I didn't really do it much in vanilla, and I wasn't really successful in vanilla and PvE. This video is going to go over my weekly routine of what I do, as well as the strategy of the guild I'm in, what they do on each fight. We'll cover Molten Core and Onyxia in this video. Again, I'm no expert, and this is from my perspective as a PvE raid dagger rogue. So before you actually raid, you need to get consumables and even collect world buffs. If you don't get world buffs, you will literally do half as much damage as someone who does. This step is one of the most important for performing well. If you are the most undergeared rogue in the raid, but are the only one with world buffs, you will do absolutely more damage than everyone else on the damage meter. I am not even kidding. I'm not going to go over every single possible buff, just the ones I use. I usually don't spend more than 30 to 50 gold each week on these, and I generally dedicate a few hours to farming them, so there's actually no cost. Buying the materials is still cheaper than paying a top guild to master loot you gear, believe me. So I use Winterfall Firewater, usually about 3 gold each, and I only drink about 4 per raid. I have a video on my channel on how to easily farm these. Next is Elixir of the Mongoose, for more damage, Mighty Troll's Blood Potion, just to look nice and buffed for my fellow raiders when they click on me. Elixir of Fortitude, which has saved my life, and in turn your buffs. Elixir of Superior Defense, again just to look extra buffed. Greater Arcane Protection Potion for the Shazra fight, Greater Shadow Protection Potion for the Domo fight, Juju Power, which could easily be farmed while you get the Firewater. I could use GetGoodMate as well, but I haven't bothered with it. If you were in a super serious raid guild, you would need to do this though. Greater Fire and regular Fire Protection Potions, I use the regular on Dangerous Trash Pools because the Firewalkers can Fire Blossom you twice for 6,000 damage. The small investment keeps you and your buffs rolling. The Graders are used on Ragnaros. Grilled Squid for more damage, Whipper Root Tubers for extra clutch heals, Thistle Tea, at least 1 per boss fight for extra burst, Major and Superior Healing Potions to chug to top yourself off. Gordok Green Grog is a nice health buff. You can do better and get the Fishing Black Label version, but I am cheap and these are easier to get. From Blasted Lands, I get the Ground Scorpok Assay, which is a huge agility buff, and I also get Roids, which I use once the Scorpok wears off for 25 strength, since you can only have one of these up at a time. I also have a video on how to farm these on my channel, and I highly recommend it. It's a pretty damn good farm. After this video, I'll incorporate free action potions on the Gehenna's fight, since being stunned makes me drop way more on the meters. World buffs are super important, and I gather all of these the day before raid night. And I have my Hearthstone set in Kargath. I'm not sure where Alliance would set there since I never really got to raid in vanilla as Alliance because they were jerks. Anyway, first thing I usually get is the Dire Maul buffs. You can ask anyone selling tribute drops in chat if you can just tip them for the buffs. You can usually get away with 5 to 15 gold for it, or the hunters in your guild might do runs before the raid. As a rogue, you can stealth through to the end, get the Crowned King so you're friendly to the whole instance, then run through and talk to all the bosses for their personal buffs. It's super worth it, don't skip this one. Next up, if there's not so much in PvP or if you're on really super early in the morning, you can do a quick scout around in Fellwood for the Songflower buff. Gives you like 5% crit. I tend to skip this one as it's really risky. The crit is worth it, but once your gear gets better, you won't really need it. I've gotten this a few times and I didn't really notice too much difference on the damage meters. Next is the Onyxia buff. This buff usually goes off every 6 hours and most people have it timed in various discords or world chat. Just log off in Orgrimmar or Stormwind if you're Alliance and log in right before the head gets turned in. Very simple. Horde can also get the Warchief's Blessing, which is really nice for the health it gives. Later on in the video, I take a 5,000 damage hit on Baron, and I managed to live through it, keeping my Parses up and my buffs. So yeah, make sure you get this one if you can. There's one last buff you can risk in a UBRS by using a Mind Control cap to get 82 fire resistance, but I never really need it. It's risky because you can be killed or fail to Mind Control all sorts of things and lose all your buffs. Finally, I use Instant Poison. If you want a minor boost, you can use Elemental Sharpening Stones, but I don't bother with it. Make sure you also have your Aqua Quintessence, all your consumables ready, your Cache of Ma'ari, so you can use your Juju buffs, and everything is repaired. Then log out and play on an alt or some other game until it's time to raid. Your world buffs won't count down when you're logged out. Meet up in Kargath if you're Horde, get invited to the raid, and then log back out and wait for when everyone's ready to move out. Now I'll talk about how to handle each boss the way my guild does it. These may not be the best strategies, but it's what we use and it works. Real quick, the rotation I use is backstab into slice and dice, then I backstab as much as I can and refresh slice and dice when it runs out. That's basically it. I'll eviscerate at 5 points. If I have plenty of slice and dice time left, I won't go over strategies for other classes, just us rogues. I will say I have raided with the top end guilds, able to clear multicore in under 30 minutes, but the stress levels of comms wasn't worth it to me. I prefer the casual, laid back pace of sub 2 hours while joking around with the bros. Also note, if you aren't in a group with a warrior, hunter, and shaman using Wind Fury, your damage won't nearly be as high as it can be. Most of the time, the warriors get these groups. Also note, Parses are based on your total guild speed, so don't feel bad if you're not in the high 90s. For Lucifron, I save Adrenaline Rush because if I use it now, I won't have it for Magmadar. I also don't use Blade Flurry because I don't want to cleave anyone that gets mind controlled until after the ads have died. Another reason I don't use Adrenaline Rush is because if I don't get cleansed of the debuff that makes your energy cost higher, it's wasted. Finally, I don't use Thistle Tea because again, if energy cost is doubled, it's only half effective. Cleaving your allies can be really bad as they lose all their buffs. I watch my health and debuffs, and if I get below 2,500 health, I'll chug a Greater Shadow Protection Potion to not die.
Spell, the curse. Yeah, the curse is coming out right now.
Good job.
Damn, 40 seconds.
On Magmadar, I just stay out of the little fire puddles he drops. You can pop Adrenaline Rush and Blade Flurry when your Crusaders proc, though I tend to be lazy and just do it right away. Watch your threat and vanish before you overtake the tank. This'll tea when your energy is almost empty, but don't mess it up and chug it on an energy tick like I did. If you do get into the fire, just watch your health and chug a fire protection potion if you're about to die.
That fire?
Don't die to simple shit.
Alright, let's blow him up. Get ready to taunt. I'm popping a lot of shit here.
Big heals on arms.
Nah, I'm not. I don't have a throw
Just
yet.
Precast his ass. Start precasting on arms now. He's executing. Bingo. Almost 1k.
Gehenna's is fairly simple. If you want to be a real Chad, as soon as the fight begins, pop a free action potion, do your rotation on the boss, not the ads, and pop your cooldowns right away and cleave the ads as much as possible. If you're geared or chug a potion, you can just stand in the fire no problems. Very simple fight.
Why am I attacking a flame walker? I don't know.
Out of fire. Move. Be careful on your left side. Don't pull that group.
Get ready to taunt.
Take curse.
Then we was just the element shit.
1k, yeah.
Nice. I got you at 1.2.
9.
We skip Garr for now to save buffs. On Berne, you're going to rely on an add-on called Deadly Boss Mods as well as your guild to call out bomb targets. Simply put, when the boss does an AoE fire attack, you run away. When it stops, you go back in. If you get targeted as the bomb, chug a fire protection potion and run away from the raid not to hurt anyone else. When I was forced to pug MC, I'd see people constantly wipe here. I think they did it on purpose because it was hilarious. Screw pugs.
Out.
Hell mode.
Melee.
Big heal on Swole. Get the shield on hell mode. Nobody put a shield on.
Nope.
Big dude's coming. Run away, little girl.
David.
Run away.
Shield on David.
Job. Keep dispelling, guys. Don't let anyone die. Keep dispelling.
Yeah, don't drink it.
Rip Helmo.
That was a
For Shaz, pre-drink a greater arcane protection potion, then just go ham. Chug another when it wears off, and if he's still not dead after that, run. If Shaz teleports, it resets his aggro, so don't go immediately ham unless you want to evasion take or vanish to drop threat.
We need it on melee first.
Big
Dispel the boss too. Dispel boss, please. On arms. Dispel boss.
That's 3 mages now.
On arms. Ah, heal arms. That's on stick.
Kill him quick.
That counter spelled.
We're good. Jesus Christ.
Man, those resist, dude.
Sorry. Fucking magic bullshit spells and detect magic isn't on my bar,
We
so
got a
there it
douse.
is.
Anyone dousing? Evander?
You might be selected by the raid leaders to be on interrupt duty on one of the healers. Get with anyone else and figure out the order of interrupts. Use an add-on like classic cast bars to see when they are casting. Just pop cooldowns and cleave. When the healers are dead, focus on Sulfuron. I actually missed my interrupt here because I wasn't watching my energy, but it didn't matter since we're just too strong.
Oh, nice. First Frostbolt resist. Remember, guys, we have to hug the right wall on the way out.
It doesn't mean current, right, either. No, it means the correct wall.
Yes. When most of us about face, it'll be your right wall. Alright, douse please.
Just go ham on Golemag. If you get more than 5 stacks, watch your health and either chug a healing or fire protection potion. The simplest fight in the raid.
Thanks up. Alright, we're good to go on Skull. Light DPS at start. Watch out to the right, guys. Don't be fucking pulling that shit. Stay to the left.
Who's that?
Careful, YMG. I'm by you guys. I got scared by the dogs. Wow, everything's to resist.
Wow, nice loot.
Staff.
For Garr, don't bother rebuffing as this boss tends to eat them. We generally just attack Garr and cleave the adds while tanks and warlocks do their thing. Once Garr dies, help clean up the adds, but make sure to get distance before they die, or they'll blow up sending you flying. Depending on raid composition, you might have to kill some adds first before targeting Garr.
You could cleave adds, but make sure they're not low. To where you blow up the raid.
I'll watch for him. Moon's at 60%.
Square, go ahead and move your target out. Square, move out for now.
Dispel stake if you can.
Banish him.
Stake's too far away from me to heal.
Job.
Kill Moon. Range. Melee,
kills.
kill somebody else.
Uh-oh. Don't kill Moon yet.
Don't
He's
kill him.
over there.
Get Moon out.
Kill Square.
Get away
if
from
you can,
Moon.
Range.
I'm
I'm
gonna
on
pick up
square.
Star.
Range on Skull.
Grab an X off Droth. Don't
Careful
kill
on
Skull.
triangle.
Don't kill Skull yet.
X is going down.
Leave
Okay,
star.
kill X.
Heal beef. Melee off star soon. Get off it. Leave the other two unbanished.
I got circle.
Kill circle.
For Domo, you'll want to cleave the mobs without cleaving any sheep targets. I pre-pump a greater shadow protection potion. If you see a purple shield on the mobs, you should stop auto-attacking as you'll take heavy shadow damage. I actually have trouble with purple and blue colors, so I tend to rely on voice comms. If things go south, do what you can to stunlock the healers. I'll show you footage of what happens when mages fail to sheep their targets and what you can do to recover that, and a successful clear on the boss. I self-bandage and even cannibalize to heal here since things went bad. If we had just a bit more damage on the last mob, we'd have beaten it first try. First wipe we had in like 2 months, by the way.
I still have an ad on me.
It's on Moon.
Heals, arms.
He's dead.
There's some Majordomo.
Next square, on square. Droth is. Droth has it. Kill square. Which is the skull now. Kill skull. After skull, we're gonna go to triangle. So a tank just grab it right now. It is cross now. Kill cross. Tanks
Heads
grab
around.
your targets.
I need someone on diamond.
Diamond's on me.
Can we battle
Someone top diamond.
mistake? Kill skull quick, guys. Big heal. Stun lock these ads, please. Killing circle next.
One of the tanks run to diamond and tonic, please. Thank you,
Double
Saud.
tank.
Stun
Tank.
skull,
Tank is
please.
grabbing it. Snake
Yeah,
is
I got
dead.
instantly. I have a
Kill
shit.
skull. Diamond.
melee.
Any tanks grab the other targets. Kill skull. Stun lock it. Wow. Do we have a soulstone on a healer? I'll kill
Get
skull.
axe, get up. Or skull.
David, try to kite the boss away. You can't. That's gonna be a wipe. We have any onks or anything?
Resto's got
I
it.
got a soul stone, but I'll be interested to see.
Go
if
ahead
I
and die. Don't run, guys. Unless you have feign death.
I don't think people were listening to their mark.
Yeah, sheep marks got fucked really hard. Position. Do not attack. Wait for mages. Everything. All right. Good. Kill skull. Good job. Kill X. Hunters, go ahead and feign death already. Grab the next one, beef, square. Answer that a little early. Get ready to grab moon steak. Grab moon steak.
So X has.
Killing moon next. Watch reflex.
Circles up. Just spam it, bruh.
Get ready to grab your sheeps, tanks. Alright, we're killing circle. Kill circle.
Big heals. Reflect.
Triangle next. Bandage if you're low, guys.
How's it going, Hank?
Triangle. Diamond. Right as I pop wreck. Kill diamond.
Heal stick.
Skull, then X.
Reflect.
Bandage casters.
Blackmail, you're reflecting your
Big heal on big. Come on.
Oh, you're good. Res arms quick.
Start making your way to Rag.
For Ragnaros, you'll pre-drink a greater fire protection potion after crossing the lava. Once the fight starts, you're going to wait until the tank has a bit of aggro, then move in and DPS. If you get close to pulling aggro, just vanish to reset your threat. Using deadly boss mods, you want to move away from Ragnaros about 2 seconds before Wrath of Ragnaros finishes, then go back in and continue attacking. You won't be able to beat mages on the meters in this fight. I blow cooldowns after resetting threat and going back in after Wrath of Ragnaros. If you get close to pulling aggro again, you'll have to use feints. In this clip, I went back in too early and got punted into the air. As a rogue, it's not the biggest deal thanks to safe fall.
Whoever flew, that was
Heal
fucking
arms.
hilarious.
Rip arms.
Keep Apple up. Melee, get ready. Melee out.
1.
Wait for it. Okay. Melee in. Keep beef top. Keep beef up.
I went over the wall.
4.
Melee.
Melee out.
1.
Melee stay out until after that knockback. Oh wow, you battle res Venus over arms, so
Wow.
Wow, who did that?
keep beef up, keep beef up. Melee in, sorry.
Number 1 DPS.
Oh shit. Far, too far.
4.
Melee out.
2. 1.
Melee this has a knockback, there it goes in.
Yeah, we shaved just under 3 seconds off. Look at that.
Of what, Rag?
Yep.
Damn, and I was dead? Fuck.
Man, we get jokers like a motherfucker though.
Alright.
For Onyxia, you'll want to wait till the tank has her in position before you start to do any real attacks. Stay at her side not to get tail whipped or breathed on. I tend to stay near the backmost leg. Once the tank has her in position, do your rotations as normal but don't burn cooldowns. Also, mix in feints as you need to. You don't want to pull threat cause she'll breathe on a bunch of people or tail whip someone into the whelp cave. Save your cooldowns until she's about to take flight. Pump cooldowns and go ham. When she's in the air, help deal with whelps. Her aerial breath attacks do damage in a line. So if she is in the north middle part of the map, she will do a large AoE line attack from north to south. So position accordingly. If your guild is strong, she will land before getting a breath off. In phase 3, hang out away from her backside till the tank gets her in position. Once she's in position, dump your energy and vanish to drop all threat. Then continue on at full force till she's dead. Make sure to drink potions or bandage if you dip close to 2000 health.
Pop your cooldowns.
Slower.
I don't see enough dogs.
Oh, she's coming down quick.
Just nuke her. Everybody group up in the middle.
There, let's take a fireball quick.
Throw more dogs, more dogs, more dogs. Come on,
Alright.
more dogs.
Let's group
Mages,
up on square.
keep doing damage. I need one mage on the right side to
Here
kill
comes
whelps.
phase 3. Take a fireball quick, guys, and then we're gonna go, get ready for phase 3 here. Kill these
Alright, whelps are fine. Group up.
Everyone should be on square. She's coming down. Face her north if you get threat. Kill those. Finish off those whelps, please.
Beware.
Roar. Do not get kicked into the whelps. Go to the walls. Everyone go to the wall. Face her north, agonize. Face her north.
Wrong north,
Watch the tail
Oh
up, guys.
shit.
Droth, stop DPS. No DPS, guys. Droth is gonna get her in position. 0 DPS. Give him a few seconds to get threat. After this breath, we can start going light. Just beef, heal beef.
Hit it like you mean it.
Roar. Watch the kicks, guys. Beef
Watch the
got-
tail.
Yep. Droth.
Now hit it very hard and very fast.
Beware.
I wasn't even near the tail. What the fuck?
Are whelps
Yeah,
coming?
whelps. I don't see any.
No, I don't see any.
No, I got kicked, but I didn't get any more.
10%. Big dick.
Beware.
Oh, I'm exec.
Come on, fucking totem tick. God damn it. Oh.
Huh? What?
Alright, don't leave right away. We got a lot of loot to hand out. Let me at least post everything so everyone can...
Hopefully this helps you raid just a little bit better as a rogue. I'm no expert, but it's what I do and it works. I've been a little light on the videos lately because my computer is crapping out and I've had to find other ways to deliver content, hence the inactivity since December. If you've got cash to spare and like my content, I'm wanting to get a new PC. We're already 1/8 the way there, guys, and the sooner I get this new PC, the sooner I can play some newer games and make content for those as well. My PC's so crapped out over 11 years that I can barely play old games like Path of Exile without complete system freezes anymore. Before I go, I've been thinking of starting an alt to play. I know a while back I had a warrior I was working on, but everyone I know transferred off my server, so there's no reason to make a tank anymore. The only classes I have yet to truly experience in vanilla is Shadow Priest and Hunter. I don't even know if I'd be any good as a hunter. What do you guys think? What do you recommend? Let me know, and don't forget to hit me up on Discord. We got like over 100 people or so far in there. It's pretty cool. Also, we're so close to 10,000 subscribers. Please don't make me go back to working as a wage cuck retail slave making minimum wage and working like 60 hours a week. Just hit the subscribe button and eventually I'll make something you'll like, right? As always, be a bro and stay swole.